As an entrepreneur myself, I've had my fair share of struggles, but there's been one challenge in particular that's been the biggest hurdle that I've had to overcome so far. And I want to tell you all about it because I don't want you as an entrepreneur to make the same mistakes that I did. And if this is the first time you're at my channel, my name's Justin Yaron. I teach people about real estate, money, and self-development, and I also just document my journey as a young real estate investor and entrepreneur. And in order for you to understand my biggest challenge, you have to understand my origin story, where I came from. So I wanted to tell you exactly how I started as an entrepreneur, because I wasn't always an entrepreneur, like not in high school or middle school. It wasn't that early, but let me tell you a little bit about it. My first leap into the entrepreneurial world was in college. I was a full-time college student studying business finance. While I was full-time in college, I also had 2 different part-time jobs, which added up honestly to full-time working hours. So I was a full-time college student, full-time worker, and I was just trying to work my way through college and trying to figure out what I really liked doing. And throughout college, I was learning about fitness. Like that was a huge passion of mine, and it still is to this day. I love health, I love fitness, I love taking care of myself. And during college, I like trained every single day. I learned all the specific details about what to eat, how to work out. Like I was honestly obsessed with it, and that was for years. And after a couple years of me honing in on my physique and crafting the physique that I wanted, I started to work out with a lot of people, like my friends, family. And there's this one workout that I had with my brother. During the workout, I was, teaching a lot. I was teaching everything that I learned and that I was starting to apply to myself and my physique. And I was teaching him how to work out these specific things. And keep in mind, he's 6 years older than me. He's worked out longer than I have, but I think I was more obsessed with the learning aspect. And so I was still able to teach like certain things and how to do certain things and why and the reasoning. And after that workout, he had told me, hey, like you should be a personal trainer. And I thought to myself right when he said that, no way, like why would someone pay me? Like I'm just a guy who works out. I really like it, but I never had thought about charging for my services for working out with someone, because every time I did work out with someone, I was able to teach so much and everyone loved working out with me because of that. And after about a week after he told me that, I went to become a personal trainer. I started to learn how to do it, what to do to get clients and stuff like that. And then I was a personal trainer. And so now it wasn't only my 2 part-time jobs, but now I was a personal trainer on the side as well. And I was trying to get new personal training clients from all my classmates basically. And some of them actually joined. Like my very first client was a classmate of mine. And he's honestly one of my biggest supporters to this day for what I do here with real estate and content creation. But that was the first moment that I got into entrepreneurship and I felt the power behind it. Because after I graduated college, I went to work for a bank full time, and I was still doing my personal training on the side, like during weekends, and then before work at the bank, and then after work at the bank. But I was making more money personal training versus what I was doing full time at the bank. And I was spending way less hours doing it. And so that opened my eyes up a ton to how powerful entrepreneurship was. And that wasn't even a true business per se. Like I was self-employed. I did my thing, like I sold a service of personal training and people paid for the service, but I had to be there. I never transformed it into a business where I could hire out other personal trainers, get a gym and like stuff like that. And the reason why I wanted to tell you that story was because I want you to understand why I became the trainer in the first place. Like I said, I never thought about being a personal trainer until my brother put it into my mind that I could do it. And what I'm trying to say is my biggest challenge in that scenario, and honestly my whole life as an entrepreneur, is my self-belief. What I believe that I could personally do and what I can personally achieve. I didn't think I could be a personal trainer and make a lot of money, but I did only after I believed that I could do it. And this has been the case in every single other entrepreneurial venture I've done. Anytime I started something new, maybe I had some sort of belief that I could do it and achieve success, but not until I truly believed that I was going to crush it and nothing was going to stop me was when I actually got the success. For example, to this date, I'm a real estate investor and I buy, fix and flip homes, also wholesale homes. And it wasn't about until a year ago where I started to build real traction with my business. And the only reason why I built the traction was because I believed I could. A lot of people, when they start something new, they think that they won't feel successful or think that they're successful until they actually achieve it. But in my opinion, you achieve success and you become successful way before you actually achieve it, like in real life. It has to happen in here in your head, and you have to fully believe it in your heart before you ever achieve it. Because once you wholeheartedly believe that you will achieve success, that is the moment where it's game over and you will achieve it no matter what, because you believe it, and then the rest comes, like the little daily actions that are required for you to achieve success in entrepreneurship or whatever you're trying to achieve. That happens after you believe it. And look, I know a lot of real estate investors and wholesalers who are just starting out, and I know they're looking for deals, but I know know in their heads, just after speaking to them, like even though they're making some cold calls or sending some texts or dropping off some mail, they don't actually believe that they'll get a deal. And the new investors and the new wholesalers who actually believe that they're gonna get the deal, I can sense it. And I know they're gonna get the deal, and they do, because they believe it. And to this date, that's been my biggest challenge as an entrepreneur. It's my limiting beliefs. Everybody has limiting beliefs. I don't care who you are. Everyone has a limiting belief, and everyone places a certain limit on themselves. Let me give you an example. I'm very confident in myself. I think I'm gonna do great things in this world. I think I'm gonna help a lot of people, but there are beliefs that I'm like, I don't know if I'll achieve that. Like if I were to say out loud right now to you, hey, I'm gonna be a trillionaire in 10 years. I think a lot can happen in 10 years. But as of this moment, I think I have a limit. I don't think, I don't wanna say this on camera, but in this moment, I have my own limits. I don't actually believe that I'm gonna be a trillionaire in 10 years or so. I mean, maybe, and that's a limiting belief that I carry, but everyone else has different limits. Like maybe you might believe, oh, I'm not gonna be able to make 100 grand this year in my new business venture. Well, that's a limiting belief. You're not gonna achieve it if you don't believe it. So if you're a new entrepreneur, I just want you to be aware of what you're thinking, because what happens in your head has a direct correlation with what happens out in the world, what you do. Also, I know this video is just about entrepreneurship in general, but I make a lot of my videos for real estate and investing and wholesaling. So if you're a new wholesaler and you have a deal or a potential deal anywhere in the US and you want to partner on it, DM me on Instagram the word partner, and my Instagram handle is Justin You're Wrong. And if you DM me that, then we can talk about partnering and we can see if the deal makes sense, because I would love to help you close your deals if you can't do it yourself. But thanks so much for watching. See you the next one.